We are here with the Palestinian Ambassador to India, Adnan Abu Al-Heja. I wanted to ask you on aid reaching Gaza. What is the situation like?
Yes, for the moment, I think there is enough. But the problem that the closure is still there. We are for the 16th day without electricity, without water, without medicine, without food, without oxygen, without petrol. So you can imagine 2.2 people living in open prison, right? And also do all that. That won't affect Hamas. That affects the Palestinian people. Now, there is humanitarian aid in Egypt, lots of it. At the normal times, before the siege, hundreds of trucks enter Gaza, and it was not enough. What enter Gaza during the last 16 days up to now is 20 trucks, and it's medicine, it's not food. Most of it, I think, it's medicine. So this is war crime. We have heard Ursula, this leader of the European Union, when it was from the Russian on Ukraine, she described it as war crime. But those who are looking to the Palestinian cause in double standard, she said Israel has the right to defend itself. Right? It is war crimes, should be ended as soon as possible. Real pressure from the international community. I know they are defended by some European countries like Britain and let me say United States, but the world is not only Britain and the United States. This war crime should be ended, and the siege should be ended also. All this humanitarian aid should enter to Gaza.
Can you give us a sense right now on what is your assessment in Gaza as of today?
It is war crimes. It is genocide. It is ethnic cleansing covered by the United States and some other European countries. The free hand of Mr. Netanyahu, who does not need reason to commit massacres. You can watch, and you have seen what has happened with that hospital. At the beginning, yes, they said we targeted members of Hamas. When they have seen the number of casualties, they changed the story and they said a Jihad Islami rocket, something like that.
What are the options at this point in time for the Palestinians?
First of all, let me say that the Palestinian people make two mistakes in their life. First mistake, it was 1948, when the Haganah organization make many massacres of the Palestinian people, so they threat the Palestinian people with the media from Britain at that time. So 950,000 flee of Palestine as a refugee to other areas. The decision of the Palestinian people now is ready to die in the land of Palestine and be buried in the land of Palestine, and that mistake won't happen with the Palestinian again. This is our decision. Now we are expecting more massacres. Not in Gaza only, because maybe one of the reasons of what has happened on the 7th of October, that the Israelis since has formed this government at the beginning of this year, have before the 7th of November in West Bank, they have killed 260 people. They confiscate the highest number of land in Israel history. With this government, Netanyahu, Ben Ghafir, and Smotrich, right? It's very extreme government. The killing of the armed militia of their settlers to the Palestinian youth and people, affecting their life, burning their homes, uprooting their olive trees, stealing the fruit of the olive trees from the people after they are collected by weapon. All that. Also, we can't forget Al-Aqsa, what's going at Al-Aqsa Mosque also. All these crimes of this government and its militias, the settlers, affect the situation, and it's one reason of what has happened on the 7th of October.
I want to discuss a little bit about the Middle East and the Arab world as well. Do you think somewhere in the last couple of years the Palestinian cause has come low in priority of the Arab world?
No, it's not like that. Maybe the Israelis has managed, with the pressure from the United States, to normalize relation with the three Arab countries. But if you notice the demonstrations in the Arab countries now, from the Gulf countries, okay, maybe not in United Arab Emirates as an example, but it is in Bahrain, it is in Qatar, it is in Kuwait, it is in Jordan, everywhere, right? Millions sometimes are demonstrating. The Israelis are trying to go around the Palestinian cause. They think if they normalize relation with the Arab countries, they can easily solve the Palestinian cause. I would like to mention to Mr. Netanyahu and others, we are on the land. And if he normalizes the relation with everybody, right, we are the owner of the cause and we are the people on the land. He can make massacre as much as he wants, but first of all, it's impossible to normalize the relation with all, and you can easily notice not only in the Arab countries, but in the United States, how the demonstrations are going against Israel, against their crimes in Britain, in Holland, in France, everywhere now, people are demonstrating against Israel.
What do you think of India's response so far?
Always we are looking for India from the beginning. Let me say, India used to support the Palestinian cause since Mahatma Gandhi. And it's well known what he said about Palestine, Britain, and France, that Palestine is to the Arabs as France to the French, and Britain to or England to the English. We want from India to do something with the international community, especially they knew very well the Palestinian cause and the Palestinian people crisis with this occupation. India, I think, is a very important country. They can cooperate with European countries, with China, Russia, Arab countries, call for international conference, for peace international conference, right? And find a solution, because we can't follow this way of war from time to time. We would like our children to wake up at the voice of the birds, not at the voice of the Israelis' rockets and bombs.
What can a long-term solution be at this point in time?
To me, I hope it's the last war. To me, I hope we will go to the peace process as soon as possible, get our rights, because we are not going to live as slaves under this occupation forever. Those settlers who are coming from Russia, from Ukraine, from United States, from Britain, from Ethiopia, live as masters, and we live in our homeland as slaves. This will never be accepted from the Palestinian people. And because of that, we should find peace process. We should find peaceful solution. Otherwise, this won't be the last one. Hope it's the last one.
How do you view Hamas?
My view, Hamas is part of the Palestinian people. Hamas also, if there is no occupation, there is no armed organization from Hamas or any other organizations. The international law gives any people under occupation, under colonialism, to resist in all means. So go for peace. Hamas is ready to accept state of Palestine on the land of 1967 with East Jerusalem as its capital. And I discuss that with some of their political leaders, right? If there is a real political solution, Hamas will be a political party also.
Right, Mr. Al-Hajjaj, thank you so much for talking to Brut.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.